working.
It's not working.
It's not working, Emma.
Oh no.
It's not working.
Oh no.
Oh
It's
no.
not working.
Leo.
Maybe it's a full moon.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh my god. It's gonna hit me in the face, isn't it? Hello, my friends and fishes, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna show you guys how I made this beautiful H2O inspired mermaid tail for my friend Mermaid Zelda. Seriously, this is the prettiest thing I've ever made. I love it so much. I'm in love. I really want to make one for myself too, and I plan to. I have it done. I just have to actually save up so I can afford to print it. I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited for her to see this tail. You have no idea. I would like to remind all of you that everything I'm going to show you today, in regards to how I actually put this tail together, designed it and all, is actually available within a series of ebooks over on my Gumroad eShop. I cover everything from mermaid tail design theory to the actual production, including additional fins and adding a zipper. So if any of that sounds good to you, be sure to check out the link in the description box down below. Now let's get into it. So I designed this tail in Adobe Photoshop on my Wacom Cintiq 16. This tail is made up of 171 layers, if you can believe it. Oh my goodness. And features a unique scale design that I made just for this tail, and technically for one other tail, which hopefully you guys will get to see soon as well. My patrons know which tail I'm talking about. The tail also features an expanded fluke shape, which is almost 9 inches from the tip of the monofin to the longest part of the fluke. It also has a full-length, albeit short, dorsal fin. Now this is something that I've mentioned, I think, in a couple of other videos, but I always like to say it just because people are always curious how I actually sew my dorsal fins into my mermaid tails. So I sew them to the surface of the fabric. I don't actually cut the fabric and sew it in between, which means that my dorsal fins are kind of like a horse's mane in a way, where it'll kind of pick a side. The side that it's sewn towards is kind of the side that it will sit on. So when you're swimming, it'll kind of ruffle, but if you're sitting on it, it doesn't stick into your butt, which is awesome, because who wants that? And also, then you don't get those weird scales where like there's like the seam, and then like one scale is here, and then like one scale is like overlapping in a weird way. That's a huge pet peeve of mine. I would rather have my dorsal fin like sit to one side than have weird scale things happening, and then having to like cut into the tail can mess with the measurements and just the overall structure of the tail. The more that you're cutting into it, it's just not necessary. So as the tails in the show had individual scales actually glued on like one at a time by hand, I looked up a lot of those behind the scenes videos on how they were made just because I was curious, and it kind of gave me some insight. So what I ended up doing was I ended up making a brush out of my scale shape and actually putting individually placed lighter, darker, different variations thereof scales throughout the whole tail, like one at a time by hand. And I think that really adds a little something extra because I really wanted to kind of achieve a similar look. It was definitely a challenge though, I'll tell you that. So I chose to reference the tails from the Mako Mermaid series as opposed to the H2O Mermaid series because I actually like those tails a little bit more. I'm sorry, don't hate on the mermaid maker here. I like them a little bit more because it's a little bit higher contrast. There's different colors to work with as well. The tummies are a little bit lighter, the backs are a little bit darker, there's some striping. The coloring on the fluke as well I really like. So when it came time to kind of figuring out what I wanted this tail sort of pattern-wise and color-wise, I really kind of leaned more on that than on the originals, which were definitely more orange and yellow. And in the water, you can see the difference between the sort of early generations and the kind of later generations of these tails. So this tail took many hours to complete, and there was a lot of trial and error with this tail. Because I was taking something so well known and then trying to recreate it in an entirely different medium, I really had my work cut out for me. I wanted to make sure that I took the time to look at the elements of the original tail that I was referencing and really figure out how I could best translate them digitally. And of course, with my sort of flair of, if you will. Overall, I feel like I did the design justice. I feel like it does have my special kind of flair and my vibe, and I'm really happy with how the colors actually printed. So when it came time to actually sewing the tail, I made some discoveries. The trickiest part was this wavy line at the bottom. So I don't know how you can see that with my face in front of it. This was a lot harder to do than I thought it was going to be. Like this sort of like ribbing kind of, that was really hard to do, this like warbly kind of flare here. Oh my Lanta, that was a journey. I went on a journey. I mean, it was completely worth it because it looks amazing and it definitely gives the effect that I was going for, so I'm really happy about that. But yowza. So now for the big questions I know you're all gonna want to ask. This tail was designed for specific use with the fish fin Monofin, which is available in my Amazon affiliate shop. I will have a link in the description box down below if you'd like to buy this Monofin. For this size of a fluke, oh, I could not have asked for a better fin for this particular tail. It allows for just the right amount of structure to support the extra fabric at the base of the fluke, and the shape was just too perfect. Like it's spooky actually how exactly it fits into that part of the tail. The tail itself is made out of a dense 4-way stretch polyester spandex blend, aka scuba knit fabric, and it has a zipper down the one side of the fluke to allow for easy monofin access. The process used to transfer my design onto the white fabric is a process called sublimation printing, which is something that I outsource because the printers are enormous and expensive, and the ink is even more so, and you require a whole skill set to do this and operate this, and I just, like, you've seen my office, and if you haven't, it's small, okay? And of course, if you have any other questions about this tail that I didn't already answer, please be sure to leave me a comment in the comment section down below, and I will do my best to get back to you. So let's head out with Mermaid Zelda, let's get her reaction to seeing the tail for the first time, and let's see what the tail looks like in action. The moment of truth. It's not nicely wrapped because I'm out of all of my wrapping.
That's totally
So
fine.
have a tail.
Have
Enjoy.
a tail! Guys, guess what? I got another tail! Oh my god! Oh, it's so pretty! Look at that! It's the most special tail, like, ever. I don't know. I feel like all of them are the most special, but... Oh my god.
Arnor Clear!
Whoa, it's so big.
It's the
Holy.
biggest fluke I've made so far, so it is.
Wait, really?
Yeah. So this is the biggest, the width-wise, this is the widest fluke that I have done so far.
H2O
And who
tail.
better to make an H2O tail for than Emma herself? Emma.
Okay. And you gotta have the matching top, of
Gotta have the matching top.
So
Yep.
nice. So excited, it's time.
It's time. Let's do it.
Do wigs and pack things up.
Yes.
But we will see you guys probably at the beach.
Woo.
Bye.
Don't forget to check out my eShop. If you are interested in learning how to do what it is that I do have books available. Walk you through the whole thing with pictures, all the details and everything. And if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to join the pod and hit the bell so you never miss an upload. And otherwise, I look forward to catching you all again in my next video. Happy swimming! Bye!